Welcome back. Any story about Gary Beikirch, the Medal of Honor recipient, is also, in a way, a story about Deo, a teenager who lived in the area and fought alongside the Americans in the Vietnam War. Yes, Beikirch, as a Special Forces medic, tended to the wounded during a battle, even though he was gravely injured himself. But those heroics were made possible by Deo, who, also wounded, literally carried Beikirch from one soldier to the next. That same day, the 15-year-old boy flung himself over Beikirch moments before an explosion. Deo died, Beikirch lived. But Beikirch says he would not truly live until years later.
After the war, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but many people are, that I spent 2 years living in a cave trying to deal with the war and trying to deal with what the Medal of Honor means.
A war hero looking to escape, trying to forget, upset with his treatment upon returning home. His retreat, though, was not in vain. It was at the edge of pain he found a path to peace.
But the honor that comes with this Medal of Honor is that it represents something greater than one person who did one act on one day. It represents millions of men and women who serve every day sacrificially. It represents their families who give because they care for something more than themselves. It represents a different way to live your life, loving others more than yourself.
One person he's loved now for more than 4 decades is his wife, Laureen, whom he met during his brief sojourns down from the mountain for a hot meal.
That love brought me out of the cave. I found out that forgetting isn't getting better. Getting better is finding someone who's willing to come into the cave with you, who's willing to be with you and to hear your hurt, to share your hurt, just to listen.
Beikirch's faith grew with his determination to live that different way, a way that took him to a Greece Middle School as a guidance counselor.
You said you went to the middle school thinking that if Deo could do what he did at 15, that there would be that essential fortitude in other kids his age. Did you find that to be the truth?
I think about this one particular student who I had a background on because I had her older sister. And when the older sister left, she said, "Mr. B, my sister's coming in and she's going to be a hard one." And so when I met her sister as a 6th grader, as soon as she saw me, she knew the history, and so she walked away. She said, "I don't want anything to do with you, leave me alone." And she was just, you know, you talk about walls and caves that we go into. Young people can go into a cave just as easily, and they can build up walls that are much stronger than the granite walls of Mount Washington. This girl had walls built because of the things that had happened to her. I always would walk up to her, what I call knocking on her door, just let her know that I was there. That happened 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and most of the time she'd just give me a one-finger gesture and walk away. If I was lucky. Other times there was a barrage of expletives that would accompany that one-finger gesture. But I saw her in 8th grade when she left, and I said, "If there's ever a time you want to talk, I want you to let you know that I'll be there for you." One night about midnight, I got a phone call, and I said hello, and she said, "Mr. B," she said, "You once told me that you'd talk. Can we talk now?" And I said, "Sure." So we met at the Wegmans on the corner up there at 12 o'clock at night and had a cup of coffee. She was 23 years old. See, it may not always be easy, but I believe that people can change. And it was things like that that brought me in every morning and trying to make a difference in the life of the young people there.
Mr. B spreads those messages all over the country, still traveling and still serving. To watch more stories like this, go to the Adam interview section of RochesterFirst.com.